What is up, everybody? We are here for the 4th race of the National Rock Racing Association. Today we're at Rush Off-Road Park in Rush, Kentucky. Again, this is the National Rock Racing Association presented by Mickey Thompson. And we have Super Grip Tires presenting this race. Again, that is an amazing, amazing drone shot there. We have tons of off-road hills. We got to go up and down. We have races we've seen roll over this morning. We're halfway through the day. We have the second course going on. We have course 1. Anytime we go to a race, we do course 1 in the morning, course 2 in the afternoon. We have a ton of racing action going on. There's a great crowd shot. You can see all those tires backed in. Big safety banner for the spectator area. Again, you can see the food vendors, some of our part vendors down there. A big strip we have lined up. We got some of our youth drivers behind us being silly. They were up here talking to us right before we went live, talking about what their plans are. They were all having fun, being silly. As well as the larger holdback of the family was also down here talking to us as well.
Not the youth driver.
Yeah, not the youth driver. He's the opposite end. We have Collier, who's like the smallest youth driver, and then we have Justin, who's like the tallest, probably tallest driver we have racing anything.
He's at least one of the tallest. So, yeah, we've had a good day of racing so far. Course 1 for all 3 of our classes, UTV stock and VIN class and the UTV Cup class. We're going to start back off with our stock class, course 2. I'll give you guys that top 5 rundown again from round 1. Coy Chappell had the fastest time with a 49.3, and then Cody Kaysen with a 49.4. And then we had Brandon Davis with a 49.8. Daniel Heckley, 50.1, and Cooper Bentley with a 50.4. Those are your top 5 from round 1.
It's
super tight racing.
Crazy. See those guys just where they lined up. Again, it's about 10 till 3 here in eastern Kentucky. And we are kicking off our second half of the course. We got a little bit of a breeze rolling in. We got some clouds. It's supposed to start dripping around 3. I think you're going to have a little bit of a light sprinkle this afternoon.
If Matt and I go silent for a little while, it's us trying to get out of the rain.
Yes.
So. Cody Kaysen going to kick things off for round 2 for the Rock Life Off-Road UTV stock class. Cody came out as our first driver on round 1 as well. Laid down a time that held up almost until the end of the racing, but then Coy Chappell, actually our last driver on round 1, came in and swept that away from him, but only by 1/10 of a second, which is crazy. They did water the track a bit more during our 15-minute break there. Had the water truck out here. Want to keep things fair in case we do get some rain, which we very well could any minute now, and try and make sure that our first few drivers don't have a totally dry course while everyone else will, be driving in the mud. So trying to keep it as fair as we can out here. 5:1.361 for Cody Kaysen, our first driver, round 2 for the UTV stock class.
Yeah, so hopefully, I don't mind a little bit of a rain, at nighttime on Friday night. That would knocks the dust down for the big bouncers, but...
well, Richard Hodges says it's starting to rain 10 minutes from Rush right now.
Man.
Richard, where are you? You're 10 minutes from Rush, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're bringing the rain with you, how about you just go ahead and stop?
Yeah. Stay where you're at.
Just hang out wherever you are for a little while. We don't need that kind of negativity.
Yeah, we don't need that kind of negative. Which is funny because he's one of the most
Not that Richard is the negativity.
Richard is one of the most positive guys in our series.
The rain is the negativity.
Yeah.
Brandon Davis. And the newly christened Candy. Candy the Can-Am. Also, we need to announce our skinny pedal winner from the race at Wildcat is, in fact, Brandon Davis.
Again, Brandon had a wild run. I actually got to talk to him a little bit. His throttle stuck open when he started that downhill section, which led to him coming very hot and steamy off of that big ledge, much faster than he anticipated. And then at that point, he was hitting the brakes. The rear end kind of donkey kicked up, caught that tree, which caused him to start rolling, blew a tire. I mean, kind of everything that went wrong, could have went wrong, did. So
it was a quick succession of...
It really was.
Unfortunate events. But, hey, he gets a really cool Skinny Pedal Fab trophy for it.
50.411 for Mr. Brandon Davis in the UTV stock class. Getting his new Can-Am. Again, so, Skinny Pedal is something very cool. Again, shout out to Jonathan Shepard, Skinny Pedal Fabrication. They do a great job making us awesome awards each year, and I was teasing him at Hammers this year about how I was like, can you make these things any heavier because they were so massive last year? It looked like a giant play button from YouTube. Again, obviously, the Skinny Pedal guys are kind of what everybody enjoys watching. So, the Skinny Pedal Fab that's kind of super cool that he made a YouTube logo out of it. It's very neat. This year it's kind of a cool chain with chrome on there. Again, it's a very neat trophy to have, but not one you want to win, but it's cool that you get one. So, huge shout out to Jonathan Shepard and the Skinny Pedal Fab for taking that for us, and he always has awesome, cool stuff that he does. We got Josh Krapinski out on the course.
Austin Tidwell, actually.
Oh, sorry, Austin Tidwell.
The other black and pink.
Yes, the other black and pink.
We got a couple of them out here.
I saw the back of it in the pink. Okay, yeah.
Oh, this is Josh.
Yeah, I saw the pink and just thought it was Josh. Again, this is a stock class. I'm used to seeing his.
We are going a little out of order here.
Used to seeing his other rig that he races in the UTV Cup Series, which is a very gnarly rig.
Flying over the race line ramp.
That again, that exit with his tires.
57.511 for Josh. So Brandon Davis has the fastest time right now with a 50.4. And then we've got Cody Kaysen with a 51 and Josh Krapinski with a 57. Looks like Garian's got her work cut out for her down there in the pits.
Yep.
Trying to herd all these cats.
It is.
All these drivers.
Again, you can see them all kind of backed in there behind that race line starting gate, and they all kind of line up in the same area. And it really helps with the guys, they can see who's going next, who they're behind and in front of. Plus, the cool part about them all being backed in right there is you can also watch the course while you're sitting in your starting gate. It's kind of neat.
Yeah, it's always nice to be able to see what's happening ahead of you. Taylor, while we've got a little bit of a break here, let's show that rollover that earned Brandon his Skinny Pedal Award from Wildcat. You got that pulled up?
All right, so this is where the throttle stuck, and he had to launch down. And at that point, he was just trying to slow down when he caught those trees. And, again, once he kind of spun backward, blew that rear tire, ended up blowing both rear tires before it was all said and done with. But just such a wild ride.
That was a really rough ride.
It was. Again, glad Brandon was okay, but very cool.
Definitely.
Again, definitely a wild ride, probably the wildest ride of the day by far.
All
Got
right.
Jay Storts coming up the line here.
Let's see what Jay's going to do out here.
That's the ones that cut up the wood and bundle it together and take it everywhere that you buy it. So when I say Jay Storts gives me wood, I mean it. Go, Jay!
Ooh. You got back in slammed a little bit.
A little rough coming down the CA Tech cliff. Gonna take a lot more than that to stop Jay, though.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited to see that Ford Play buggy get out here this weekend. Jay's doing double duty, working a side-by-side and a big rock bouncer.
All right, through the finish line. Let's see what he got.
That's a 61.631.
61.631 for Jay Storts.
Getting quick time.
If you guys are just joining us, we are on course 2 for the Rock Life Off-Road UTV stock class. We're a few drivers in. The fastest time currently is Brandon Davis with a 50.4. Looks like we've got Dustin Havens on the line now. Dustin Havens, our only four-seater representative out here this weekend.
Again, having a little bit longer rig is kind of nice when you're climbing those big, steeper hills versus a two-seater. My chassis is 128 and 3/4 wheelbase, so having a little bit. A lot of them are like 118, 120. So having that little bit longer wheelbase helps you doing those bigger climbs. Unfortunately, it can also help you get hung up on tires too. So you wanna gotta know your strengths as well as know your weaknesses. But again, awesome to. There we go.
Come on, do what you're doing. Just do it faster.
We also have Brantley Havens running in the stock class this weekend. We'll see him back out here for round 2 pretty soon. I guess maybe the four-seater was a little too much to handle for Brantley.
Yeah. A little bulkier, probably. Again, he was getting it. I was pretty proud of him this morning.
He did a great job.
Mr. Cowboy had himself out here rocking it. This is his dad in the big body.
Oh, sending it.
All right, that's a
5.9.847 for Dustin Havens.
Not a bad time. Again, like I said, he was rocking that big body, that four-seater.
Next up, Austin Tidwell.
Austin Tidwell on the line now.
Austin. I heard one Austin Tidwell fan. Where you at?
Ooh, that was a super smooth transition.
Austin has our only skinny pedal nominee so far for today from course 1 with a front flip right down this hill.
All right, real easy. Nice and slow.
I'm sure he's trying not to think about that too much right now. Where'd he go? Come on, Alston. Making his way down those RCB rocks.
Get a super smooth run. I like his gauge, too. Hitting the jump. We've seen pretty smooth jumps, most of them coming off today. And then again, these tires, we've seen a lot of guys check up. You really need to be smart there because those are like a 5-foot tractor tire at 5.518. Again, it's like a 3-foot, 4-foot drop off on the other side. So you really got to be smart about it. You can't, again, the little ramp leading up to them kind of fakes you out thinking, oh, this ain't going to be bad. And then you see the vehicles drop so far down after they clear them. Got Zach Carter coming out of the starting gate. Again, he's got that copper powder coat chassis with the white and gray camo. Got a really good-looking chassis, really good-looking wrap on there. Again, making quick work of that downhill section. I'm actually kind of surprised. We had talked earlier. I'm really surprised I haven't seen any serious rollovers down here on the flat section. of guys just screaming downhill, trying to cut it and go uphill faster. We haven't seen as many rollovers as I thought we would see today. Again, we do have quite a bit of racing going on this afternoon, so that might happen.
There's still plenty of time,
Matt. still plenty of time.
We've had, 2 weird rollovers today? Alston and Braden.
That's a 54.656. 54.656.
54.656 for Zach Carter.
Mike Honcho. Lee Blake.
We've got Lee Blake out on the course now.
Hitting those spider stairs. Wow, kind of jumping those metal stairs there. Again, most of the guys I've talked to are saying what an enjoyable, fun course this is. You know, it is a little bit longer than some of the courses we're used to, but it is just a really, really good time. Get out, have some fun with it.
Yeah, there's nothing extreme out here.
Yeah.
It's just a
fun little course.
Good fun run.
That's a 50.851 for Lee.
50.851.
Next. All right, Danielle Heckley. Y'all look for him tomorrow. He'll be in Hale Bend.
Daniel Heckley on the course. Daniel had a 4th place time on course 1.
Whoa!
Yeah, he meant to do that.
He lost the taillight on course 1, so see how he's getting up on course 2. Daniel's flying. Ooh.
Woo!
See what he got.
That's a
49.769.
Wow.
That is our new leader.
I was going to say he was smoking.
So 49.7 for Daniel Heckley, our new leader, followed closely by Brandon Davis with a 50.4 and then Lee Blake with a 50.8. And now we've got Braden Upchurch. Now, Braden was coming into this weekend 3rd in points overall for the stock class, but he did have a rollover on
A pretty rough one, too.
on course 1, and judging by how he is approaching the hill this time, I'm going to say the buggy's still hurting a little bit from that.
I'm just playing, guys. Y'all remember he did that flip?
So that was his attempt at the hill, getting some points for himself.
And again,
when you're 3rd in points, after the first 3 races, obviously he's in the running here and he's trying to maintain that. So about all you can do at this point, is attempt that and get those points. So
again, you talked a little bit about being separated by Cody Kaysen and Brandon Davis being separated by 1 point. So 10 points doesn't seem like much, but when you realize first and second is separated by 1 point. Got Mr. Dan Carter from Dan Carter Racing sitting here in the starting gate.
We are repping Dan Carter today for our featured driver Friday. we had him up here with us earlier chatting for a little bit. Hopefully you guys were able to were watching when he was up here with us. And we saw him debut the brand new, good-looking, that red, white, and blue buggy in the Cup class, and he had a really great run in it. So kind of got that first run jitters out of the way, and he was hoping he didn't scratch the powder coat too bad. So I think he's all good there. Dan's one of the
making quick work of this course.
Main members of that Rock Life Off-Road racing team. This is the Rock Life Off-Road UTV stock class. He is an ambassador.
Yes. See what his time's going to be. 55.137 for Mr. Dan Carter.
We got Ricky B tuning in online. What's up, Ricky?
What's up, Ricky B? I seen he was down at Jeep Beach with RCV Axles down there last week. Down there having some fun.
You know, Ricky, I actually saw you going down the road with your Jeep and trailer on Easter. And I was in your neck of the woods over on your side of town. That RCV, is hard to miss.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, there goes Ricky.
I was teasing one day. I was like, how many vehicles in your yard do you have with RCV axles underneath them? He's like, more than my neighbors want, okay? I'm like, cool.
All right, Coy Chappell's out on the course now. Coy did have the fastest time on round one.
Wow.
It was barely the fastest time.
Yes.
A tenth of a second. But
Wow.
still the fastest time on course one.
Squeaking out a tenth of a second. That's impressive.
A respectable
49.675. That is our new fastest time on round two. Again, from Coy Chappell. I'm listening to Zach. Zach
I know.
keeps saying it wrong on purpose.
Yes,
mess
to
with
be
him.
funny.
And now I'm hearing him say it, though, and it's messing me up.
Next up, my favorite racer,
Brantley Havens on the course.
And Brantley, our very first ever youth driver to graduate to a actual stock class, from a full youth rig to a full-size rig. His dad's in there co-driving. It looks like they're doing just great. Again, I bet they're having a lot of fun. Again, this looks like a lot of fun course.
He's already hitting the hill harder than he did on round one. So,
yeah, they might have been a little more conservative, trying to keep
look at him go.
flying downhill.
Justin's like, come on.
Yeah.
If he's anything like my dad, when Dad used to ride with me when we, started out racing years ago, it wasn't uncommon to have a co-driver with you. Not as many people do it these days, but Dad even reached over and pushed my knee down on the gas pedal one time when I wasn't going fast enough to suit him.
I could see your dad doing that too.
I'm like, listen, you're about to get kicked out of it. Look at Dustin.
Ooh, there we go.
Whoa, there you go. Nice. 59.734 for Brantley.
That's a great time.
And that's Dylan Dowler in that race line starting gate now.
We can feel the sprinkles blowing in over here. But you know what? It's just barely sprinkling.
It's just spitting a little
barely,
bit right now.
Which, again, we're okay with.
This is all right, yeah.
It's like a natural dust inhibitor.
We will allow this.
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right, Dylan.
Again, Dylan was down here early this morning practicing hitting that jump. Again, there's a very smooth transaction.
Dylan's also representing for Middle Tennessee. Not too far from where I live. We got a handful of guys out here from the Middle Tennessee area. Whoa, drifting that corner.
Yeah.
Nice.
Down here in the throes of eastern Kentucky. Make sure to stop by and get some Ale 8 this weekend.
You and your Ale 8.
Well, I only get it when I come to Kentucky, so I got to.
It is your birthday tomorrow, so I suppose.
It is. So we got to get it while you can,
That's all right. This is going to be a good time from Dylan. Come on. 49.954. That's our third
Wow.
49, and it's also our third place time right now. So Coy Chapel with a 49.6 is currently in the lead, and then we've got Daniel Heckley with a 49.7, and now Dylan Dowler with a 49.9. Anybody else want to sneak in there? Maybe a little 49.5, 49.8 is up for grabs.
You're like, sir, this is your time. We already issued it.
Yeah.
Just you make sure.
Who wants it?
You make sure you put this on your dash. Make sure you run this time.
Yeah.
We're ready when you are, Scotty.
Who do you guys, to our audience that's watching at home, you think we're going to get a 49.8?
Take your time.
To round things out here? We've got 49.6, 7, and 9. You think we're going to get it? And who's it going to be?
Yeah. I know we got a handful of drivers to go yet.
Looks like Scotty Harden out on the course now. We've still got Cooper, Don Curtis, Dean Roberts, and Charles Chris, it looks like. Cooper might get us a 49.5 or 8.
Yeah, Cooper definitely can be very fast. Watching this corner here again, we've being that they're coming from a downhill and transitioning right up to an uphill. I'm very surprised.
It's a tricky corner.
We haven't seen more rollovers yet. I think we'll see it, maybe one or two today. And then I have a feeling we might see one or two tomorrow. Again, we were debating on what kind of finishing percentages we're going to see tomorrow in the bouncer class.
Well, let's see what Scotty's time is.
That's a
57.688.
57.6888. All right, we got about 10 more minutes of this, and we're going to start the red T-shirt contest. Whether you want it or not, they will not let me compete. I won it 2 years already.
Zach is ornery.
Jack busted out the poncho.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you what, that dollar poncho comes in real handy.
No one likes being soggy out here all day.
Yeah. Yeah, Montana, dude, me and Taylor, oh, my goodness. We went out and pre-ran about 80 miles on the Ultra 4 course. And it poured, and Clyde side by side.
Can-Am?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
And it poured down buckets on us pretty much the entire time. We were covered in rain and mud.
Oh.
We were covered in mud, and it was awful. But we had a lot of fun, though.
Don Curtis is out on the course now. All right, so if we call his truck Bigfoot,
yep.
Is this Littlefoot?
I was going to say Littlefoot sounds like a good one. Bigfoot, Littlefoot. Like, sir, you have to put some blue in this.
I hope you like this, Don, because it's starting to stick. And yeah, we need some kind of blue accent on the side by side. Pull this all together.
Yeah. I talked to his mom at Hot Springs a little bit, and they said they have merch. They had some new merch, and they were making some more. I said, really? I said, well, put me down for some. I'm a sucker for a free T-shirt.
Be representing on that Featured Driver Friday. We have 6 more Fridays to represent in the season.
That man's winning the class. That's a
60.224 for Don Curtis.
I know you want it. Anyway, that's impressive to watch. He does things with that truck that it is not supposed to do, and I love it.
Cooper Bentley on the line.
Last one of the stock class, Cooper Bentley.
All right. Looks like Cooper's going to wrap up the Rock Life Off-Road UTV stock class.
Man, some of these younger drivers that I got out here and pre-ran this morning are making that transition seem so smooth.
Come on, Cooper.
Man, launching through there.
Flying through that SCS final stretch. Did we get another 49? Oh. 50.490. We didn't quite add to the collection of 49s.
We didn't.
But that was a pretty darn good run from Cooper Bentley. We are going to cut to a quick commercial break, and when we come back, I'll give you guys that top 5 rundown, and we'll be ready to head into our VIN class round 2.
Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend, the new Baja Legend MTZ. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
All right, guys, the top 5 rundown from round 2 for the UTV stock class was Coy Chappell with the fastest time of a 49.6, and then we had Daniel Heckley with a 49.7, and Dylan Dowler with a 49.9, Brandon Davis 50.41, and Cooper Bentley with a 50.49.
That's some tight racing there. It's absolutely incredible.
So that means we are ready to move on to round 2 for the VIN class. Like Matt said, super tight racing in our stock class. I think we're just going to keep seeing more of that. It never gets old, though.
It does not. Again, we got Charles Chris here in his Jeep. He broke a rear axle when he landed, and then sending it continuously very hard, ended up breaking the front. I believe he broke a ring and pin in the front. So right now he has one wheel powering his Jeep.
Oh, boy.
So
is this an attempt at the hill?
Clyde said,
we'll find out.
Clyde said full pull.
None other than Charles Chris. He has a one-wheel drive Jeep.
Literally, the ring and pin in the front's toast, and the rear axle's toast. So he has one wheel powering this thing right now.
What's he got? His left?
One wheel.
Rear driver's side?
Wheel.
Pushing right now?
Yes. So he's trying not to break that last wheel so he can at least load it on the trailer.
Yep, I think that was it. Oh, come on, little wheel. We gotta go.
Can you hear that front end kind of clanking? So we're going to cut to a replay real quick, brought to you Rock Racing TV. And again, you can literally see all 4 tires leave the ground.
This is why he was only in.
And when he came down, he landed on that one tire under power, it looks like. And you can see the dirt flying from it. Breaks the axle. And then it literally bounces as he continues going up the hill. Gave it a valiant effort for another.
He sure did.
Another
but
2-3
then
minutes.
He broke further up the hill as well, and then that was the end.
Yeah, he kept kind of kicking him sideways. He broke the front ring and pinion. So, and again, those ring and pinions, those are very small, especially when you got a big 35-inch tire. Doesn't take much. Got Justin Holback here in the WT. He's got the windows down, stereo playing. No, Justin's probably got the AC on right now. Definitely going to make quick work of the Spider Off-Road staircase there. He's also sponsored by Spider Off-Road, Taylor said.
Safe to say that these VIN class vehicles are going places where they've never been before.
Yes.
And were not intended to go, most likely.
Not really purposed to go.
But we're doing it anyway, and we're having fun with it. That is the beauty of the VIN class. It's truly the run what you brung class of all of the ones that we offer out here. And that is one of the fun things about having so many classes. We run 6 classes all the way from youth on up to bouncers because it's a little something for everybody.
It really is.
Get the family involved if you've got the kids racing in the youth class. If you're not ready for the for the bouncer life, then you can jump in the VIN class or one of our multiple UTV classes. So definitely something for everybody out here. If you think that you might want to come join the fun behind the wheel in that driver's seat, you can go to nationalrockracing.com and look up our schedule of events for the rest of the season, see what might be hopefully near to you, and you can also look up the requirements for the classes and safety and everything else on there as well.
Uh-oh.
And they do have to hit the tires for Course 2 in the VIN class right now. Come on, WT! Making it look easy.
Wow. That's a heavy vehicle to put over those tires. I mean, that's a heavy vehicle. 110.084 from Mr. Justin Holback in the WT.
WT doing work. We don't call it the work truck for nothing.
Big Don Curtis.
Yeah. Got him back in the starting gate there.
Joey and Tripp giving some last-minute advice to Brandon, who's in the green Jeep. There is no telling.
Yeah, I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Joey and Tripp are a trip as always. There's Wade walking up. Wade getting some pointers. Getting Wade's out here hanging out. He doesn't live that far from here.
Wade's got the new baby out here. Little baby Worth.
There's no reason to try to pick you a staying spot.
Come on, Don Curtis.
That heel is not going to change.
They were checking to see.
We're listening to some radio chatter.
They were giving some last-minute pointers for the course. That thing is just such a loud monster. That big 454 roaring through there.
Bigfoot coming through the woods.
It really does. Like an angry Bigfoot. We got angry Barney. Angry Bigfoot. That is bouncing
just
through
rocking
there.
On down there.
Yeah.
All right. It's almost over. Wow.
When it's not on the gas, it doesn't sound super loud. And then he hammers down, and it just roars.
All right, let's see how it handles the tires.
Wow. Okay.
That's a
76.682 for Don Curtis. I think we know who's going to be on that top box today for our VIN class. We just have Brandon Davis left.
Let's keep it going.
He will wrap up today's VIN class racing
Cup Series. Brandon Davis
in this green Jeep. Got that snorkel on it and everything. This thing's ready. It's ready for some adventures.
It is. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man. Now, keep in mind, the battery ain't no good in that thing, so if it goes dead, they got a jump box.
Oh, my goodness.
It'll be all right.
I can only imagine. This is a truly kind of run what you brung type situation.
What is spraying out of it?
I think that's windshield washer fluid.
Oh, who's riding with him?
Brandon and Daniel.
Daniel's over there spraying something out the window.
That shark was broke when he got here.
This
Jeep was brought to you by Joey.
Wow.
Oh,
man.
That's like the exact wrong wheelbase for coming down.
It really is.
This stuff.
Yeah, and it's so funny.
Look at him spraying.
He's clearing out the lines.
Oh, these guys are cracking me up.
It is, again, like I said, sometimes wheelbase really does matter. Yeah, if you're a little too short, a little too long, things just don't work.
There you go.
Turn.
Just
Oh, my goodness.
It sounds expensive. Just drive it like it's not yours, Brandon. He doesn't have power steering, by the way. It takes a man. Or Brandon twice.
Apparently, there's no power steering in here, so.
Yeah, again, it's great to see Brandon out there having a good time. Him and Daniel are definitely.
He's muscling it all
They're
the way.
definitely being silly. Appreciate those guys.
All right, come on down.
Where is he?
Wow. And they got taillights. It's great,
Full send. Neutral.
Here we go. All right, the only major obstacle he has left is the tires.
Come on. Go.
Come on, Brandon.
Look at everybody cheering him on.
Go.
We got Joey down here waving him on to the finish line.
Go. Good joke.
Wyatt, Jay.
If I wanted to go a little soft, I'd have called your mom.
Oh my goodness.
Good times. Good times. With a 1:60.483.
Plus, he did take the bonus line.
Yeah, it's going to be our third fastest time. All right, we're going to cut to a quick commercial. We'll be back with some more racing action, our times, right after these messages. All right, and we're back.
Don Curtis had the fastest time with a 76.6, followed by Justin Hoback with a 110, and Brandon Davis with a 160, although he did take the bonus line, so that'll add.
And it was an exciting run.
It was an exciting run.
I mean, other than the couple backups, other than that.
It definitely was fun to watch.
It was fun to watch,
You could tell they were having fun doing it.
I think that's true. They were having more fun than probably anybody else.
And so was everybody else that was watching.
Yes.
So that does wrap up the VIN class for today. That means we've still got round 2 for the Super Grip UTV Cup class, and then that's going to be our day of racing.
All right. Again, like I said, we got little sprinkles coming in. Actually, it looks like it's dried up and quit raining. Again, I don't mind a little bit of rain. We were talking to Clay Kaysen, and he was just pacing.
Speaking of Clay, there he is pacing down there by the starting gate.
Not really a fan of this rain. He said he doesn't like racing in the rain, but it looks like it's dried out, and it barely sprinkled. Most of the dust, you can tell, is still, I think we're going to see, again, hopefully it holds off. And again, a little sprinkle's okay because it knocks the dust down. Also, helps keep the track smooth. Again, this looks like a super low to the ground chassis. This is the brand new one that Dan Carter's racing.
I like it. I think it's sharp looking. Slightly different, body style than what we've seen do.
Whoa, baby! He is flying.
Look at him go.
He is zinging that thing down.
He got that first run under his belt already.
He did.
And he's letting it all hang out now. Come on, down these RCV rocks.
I love it. I love it.
Straight on to the race line ramp, and now it's just the SCS final stretch up and over these tires.
Absolutely.
Nicely done, Dan Carter.
5.2.472 for Mr. Dan Carter. Again, he is our featured driver Friday.
That's right. Representing Dan Carter today.
Dan Carter in the Dan Carter Racing Team. Again, you can check out him on all his social media sites. He's also part of that Rock Life off-road crew. You can check their podcast out the top. They're doing interviewing different racers and stuff, so it's kind of always neat to see those guys.
Yeah, they said they were doing that today.
Tonight, right, as soon as racing ends.
All right, girls, let's get loud and proud.
All right, Madison King representing for all the lady drivers.
Normally when Zach says, all right, ladies, get on your feet, he's usually saying guys calling us big sissies. Today he actually means ladies, get on your feet for Madison King.
Adam, I think Dan got like 9th place on Hill 1 or something like that.
Keep it straight. Perfect.
Nice smooth run from Madison King.
Oh.
Wow.
That doesn't sound right.
That's a
61.298 for Madison King.
And again, started popping, crackling, and died. But luckily, it happened as she was
the finish line.
As she was crossing the finish line. So yeah, whatever the issue is, thank goodness it at least happened right as the Madison's dad jogging over there. Again, so luckily it happened right as she was rolling across the finish line. So
Madison, you can't park there. Yeah, women drivers.
Zach. Let's try to push it out of the way. Like, hang on, guys, we got a strap.
Well, if it's gonna die, at least it was
perfect spot for it.
After the finish line.
Yeah.
Fairly ideal, I would say.
Yeah, that was perfect timing.
All right, guys. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome to Hillside Live. We are just 2 drivers in on round 2 for the Super Grip UTV Cup class. They're getting Madison recovered. She's right when she crossed the finish line. The buggy died, so they're getting her recovered out of the way, and then I believe we'll have Cooper Bentley. Can't see the line from here, but we should have him coming up next. We've got most of our group of drivers still to go for Course 2 in the Cup class. We already completed our courses for the VIN class and UTV Stock class. And then, of course, as always, we've got some trophies to give away after this.
Hopefully it won't be raining during our
rain.
trophy. Yeah,
yeah, that wouldn't. We might just hold off till tomorrow if that happens.
Yeah. Luckily, right now, it doesn't really look. It's not. Yeah, I didn't mention that. I was thinking the same thing, Taylor. I was like, yeah, hopefully we can do it the sprinkles versus buckets, but yeah, we'll see. Again, it looks like it's kind of passing us, but I mean, it looks like the trailer's drying out. So
yeah,
the vehicles next to us.
So far, so good.
The vehicles covered in dust next to us are doing okay. So.
All right, and it is Cooper Bentley out on the course.
Again, Cooper Bentley, no stranger to that podium.
Yeah, Cooper was on the 3rd place box at Hot Springs a couple weeks ago. He's racing in the stock class as well this weekend, and we'll see him in the bouncer tomorrow. Whoa, he's getting a little wild out there. Oh, sticking with it. Dang, Cooper.
There you go.
Wow, nice run. 47.099 from Cooper Bentley. That is our current fastest time.
Wow. Got Matt Myrick pulling up there in the starting gate. That race line starting gate. Again, that iconic white and neon green there. He does a great job at Busted Knuckle Films. They do show us a lot of love. We appreciate them guys and all they do for us.
Oh, jumping down that CA Tech cliff.
Getting those raceline rocks, we've seen guys kind of take their time coming down. We're going to having a little bit longer rig may help you out a lot there. Oh, wow. Again, some of those rocks are...
That was like sky, dirt.
Yeah, it was. 51.446 from Mr. Matt Myrick.
51.446. Austin Tidwell.
Alston Tidwell on the line now.
Austin kicking out of that race line starting gate. Again, this.
Oh, no.
Oh, this is the first time today we've seen somebody come up and not climb that super grip ramp.
Come on, Alston. You got to make up for a little time here.
Go!
Come on down. Those RCB rocks.
Oh.
Launch it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Can you see that belly kind of dragging a little bit there?
Oh, toting that tire.
Heading down those RCV rocks.
Ooh, that was a little
wow.
close.
That's a 72.185.
72.185 for Alston. We've got Austin Connell on the line now. That's the other black and pink one that I was thinking of earlier. Josh Krapinski and Austin Connell share a color scheme.
Yeah, yes, they do. And drive, both drive very hard, too. Again, our RCV, our side-by-side class, the UTV class, both are just so competitive. The UTV stock and the UTV Cup are both just so gnarly.
Oh!
Breathe. I thought we were about to see our first rollover down here on flat ground. Mark Carpenter did it at Wildcat. So I was talking to him. He said he's doing some shock tuning, get things a little more dialed in.
And as always, you guys have to realize that little drop-off that everyone's sort of trekking up on and easing down at the top of the RCD rocks. Of course, in person, it's just like a straight down little drop-off.
It
so
is.
You might be like, why aren't they just launching it?
Yes.
No, that's why.
59.144. That's, again, Mr. Oscar Connell. Again, yeah, Bree, that's the bouncers are going to go up that tomorrow. But I was watching some of the side-by-sides go up it this morning, and they were kind of just rolling up it and backing down, rolling up. I think with the momentum, I think you'll be okay.
Casey Howell out on the course now. Casey Howell had a 4th place time on round 1.
Wow, he is flying. That's going to be a fast time. This is going to be insane. Man, that's got to be one of our fastest times. Wow.
47.407, and that is just barely a 2nd place time.
Wow.
Cooper Bentley had a 47.0,
wow.
And Casey Howell now with a 47.4. DC Thompson on the line now.
DC coming out the starting gate there. Ooh. Again, bouncing through that downhill section there. Again, these courses are going to be pretty similar tomorrow for the big bouncers. But definitely going to be interesting.
You're not getting nervous, are you, Matt?
No. No, Bree. What do you mean? I'm more nervous about these stupid tires over there. 49.201 for Mr. DC Thompson.
And that's a 3rd place time currently.
That was a super smooth run by DC.
I mean, it ain't first or nothing, but it's all right.
Cody Kaysen on the line now.
Maybe he planned on getting 2nd. I don't know.
Oh.
Man.
Making some popcorn in there.
It is. They were talking this morning about, so they were trying different, they were talking, some of the racers were talking about different gap spark plugs.
Whoa.
Whoa! And that.
It's crackling all right in there.
Josh Krapinski had melted some of his spark plugs, so he was.
Oh.
They were talking about different gaps they were choosing. Try to see if they can do it. Wow. Again, that's like a straight up and down ledge right there.
Man, Cody is getting it around these corners.
He is flying.
And he's competing right now in the Cup class, and the same thing he
Yes.
drove in the stock class.
Yeah. That's insane. Wow.
48.873. That's a 3rd place time right now for Cody Kaysen.
He just took a stock-ish UTV and put it on the podium, or almost on the podium, in our Cup Series class. That's impressive. All right, so this is Timmy Cameron sitting in the starting gate. We heard on one of the downhill sections he broke the output shaft, so he is currently in 2-wheel drive.
Let's see how this goes.
So I think you're going to see him.
He's not going to be letting up at all on this hill.
So I think you're going to see him absolutely. I just have to send it pretty much. It looks like it's rear-wheel drive. Front. He must. I'm not sure if he. Oh no! Spin it out.
Go again. Go again.
That was awesome.
Well, a little too much going on in the rear.
Still not going to be a horrible time.
It's not. I mean, it is Timmy.
I mean, at least he was able to keep the momentum going.
Oh, no.
Oh, man. Wow.
Timmy is working for
Jeez
this
Louise.
I almost died.
60.163. Not where he wanted to be at, but you know what? Not a bad time for a guy in two-wheel drive right now.
And you know what? I would say that would probably make Clay Kaysen happy, Dylan Dollar happy, but I know those guys, and I know they don't want to beat Timmy when he's in two-wheel drive.
Oh, yeah.
They want to beat straight up.
Yeah.
Clay is only 7 points behind Timmy coming into this weekend from our 3 races so far. And then Dylan is not too far behind. Those are our top 3 in points coming in. So
obviously that'll shake it up a little bit. But you know what? At least on the first course, he was able to be fastest. So, I mean, again, able to still secure some points on the first course. A ton of points on the first course, able to secure some on the second one.
This is David Darnell on the course now.
Ooh. Wow.
Hey, it worked.
Clyde was watching the guys just skim that and said, we might have to get the excavator over here and make those bigger for tomorrow.
Can't make it too easy for anybody.
I know.
No, we're going down the wrong one.
Look, it's okay.
Oh.
Back it up.
There you go.
Oh, he is. He's backing it up.
That's awesome. He just threw it in reverse. Like, it's a cool. The crowd is going nuts. That's so cool.
Now what's he do? Where'd he go? Come on.
That's awesome.
A little further. Oh, yeah, he's like right on the edge there.
Yeah.
Drop on it.
There we go.
There you go. Woo! That was a drop-in, all right. Oh, I'm glad he figured it out.
Me too.
I always hate when someone gets lost on course.
Like he won the Olympics. I love it. I love y'all. I like your attitude. We're back.
89.292 for David Darnell. Thomas Lair in the starting gate, it looks like.
Down the hill, did some donuts like Timmy did, and then went back up there. I'd have climbed in.
Whoa! Getting squirrely there.
Hey, look, it's Thomas Lair.
Whoa!
He is flying.
So far, everyone's managed to stay out of that RCB flag that's at the bottom, that wide turn.
I am surprised people have not smoked that thing yet.
They're checking up. That's what it's there for, though.
Yeah.
Make sure they're checking up where they need to.
Now that's a man that knows how to
Whoa! Wow.
His buggy came off to the left last time on that race line ramp.
50.679. Again, a smoking time for Mr. Thomas Lair. Again, he was flying.
Adam, you do see do you see Wyatt Wilson standing next to Scotty Hart in there? Yes, you do. That is Wyatt.
Yeah, I love Wyatt.
Wild Wyatt Wilson.
Mark Carpenter here. Again, I think he's just trying to get a feel for.
Hang on. Oh no. Oh.
Dang it. Yeah, it looks like something the front driver's side knuckles hanging down there.
Well, that was a quick and wild turnover.
Yeah.
get out of it and pro rock it. That's when you just flip it. He probably could self-recover it, but it's going to break a lot of stuff.
Man.
Clyde said he
Dang.
could probably self-recover and jump back in and finish it if he wanted to. So, technically, if you are able to turn your vehicle back over and then get back in and continue driving and you don't receive assistance, That works.
Which
but
we have seen one time.
One time ever, because it has to land exactly in the right spot for you to be able to do it by yourself.
Cody Kaysen, yeah.
Was Cody the one? He definitely tried one time, and Jay did too. Which one was the one that actually did it?
I think it was Cody that did it. Cody did it. It was at West Virginia, wasn't it?
It's definitely fun to watch. Everyone's cheering them on, and come on, push.
Yeah, it must have been West Virginia's one that Jay tried. He was trying to get it.
Yeah, and it was. Yeah.
Jay's the guy. He could bench press that entire side by side, I think. So, if
they land just right, though, then we have seen it just a couple times of someone trying, and then Cody, who's actually right there in the blue shirt and the fire suit, is the one that did it. But So it is a possibility, although it is rare. Let's check out a quick replay presented by Rock Racing TV and get another look at what happened with Mark Carpenter. Yeah, he just came in, skirted a little bit sideways and hit that stair step.
He did
tossed him right into the middle.
You can see that front corner of the driver's side's like pointing straight down, with the passenger side's more straight out. So he definitely broke something on there. But good news is, hey, we're done. He's done racing for the day. Go back, work on get the bouncer ready to go, and hopefully have some fun.
Oh, yeah. Look at that shark sticking up there.
Wah, wah, wah. We've all been there. But, and what's funny is he did almost the exact same thing on flat ground at Wildcat, and he was talking about how he's been shock tuning and getting things dialed in. They're going to mess with a sway bar probably a little bit, do some stuff, and get it actually 100% dialed in. That way they can be a little more confident. So he's very happy with it. So he's been doing adding some race parts.
Got to have those.
I told him he need to come down tomorrow and we chat with him about his buggy. Like I said, he's going to try to do the full series with us this year. Looks like it's starting to pick up a little more sprinkle again. I'm using the.
We can handle some sprinkles.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Knocks the dust down. I'll
the downpour that we don't want.
Yeah, it also.
Oh yeah, he broke.
Taylor said it looks broke. Yeah, it's not the.
Well, do we think that's a skinny pedal nomination?
Yeah, I would put him up there. Yeah, because I think skinny pedal's how he got to being sideways on a hill. So, yeah. Well, you could tell it once he landed. I think he threw it in reverse to wing out of it. And if he hadn't broke the front, he might have been able to spin out of it. But because he was on such a steep hill to begin with, I think he could have thrown it in reverse or forward, one of the two, and done something. But once he broke that front end, I don't think you were going to do much. Like pointing straight down, that little dog leg didn't go so well.
Well, let me look at what we've got here, and I'll give you guys a little bit of a rundown. We do have a few drivers left still. We've got Clay, Travis, Brandon, Josh, and Dylan, it looks like. Right now, Cooper Bentley is in the lead with a 47.0. And then we've got Casey Howell with a 47.4. Let's see. I know we got a 48 in here. Yeah, then we've got Cody Kaysen with a 48. DC Thompson with a 49. And Thomas Lair with a 50. So that's your top handful right now.
Do you think Keith has tire shine on? I don't think that's tire shine. I mean, they do look shiny. I will give you that, Taylor. They look very shiny. And he was putting on his little roof earlier. I was like, man, Keith has everything. Yeah. There was Colby was over there putting stickers on the front, right above that driver and passenger tire, little 8-up stickers. I said, I'm going to give him one with my face on it, one of my face stickers, and put it in the toolbox. That way, when he opens the toolbox, he's like, yep, it's for Matt.
He'll be like, ugh.
Yeah. We should do it and not tell him.
Open
he's
the
like,
toolbox. Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Matt's face.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we were laughing. Ooh, wow, yeah, he definitely broke some stuff on that. It's not looking good.
Aw, bummer.
Like a pit bull.
You look a pit bull. Does sit a little low to the ground. But you know what? I think it's just the mount. I think it's the mount to the shock. So hopefully get her welded back up.
It might look worse than.
Yeah, I think it does.
It actually is.
I think it does look really bad, but it's not that bad.
All right, Clay Kaysen sending it.
Mr. 401K.
Guess we know what he invested his money in.
Yeah.
All right, Clay, you got to do better than at least Cody's 48.
Whoa! Wow. These guys are just sailing.
No matter how many times they do it, it still looks sketchy.
It does. And Dan Carter was up in our booth with us this morning, and he said the faster you go, like the smoother it is. Which, it sounds great, but when you're in there, it's a little bit more.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh. What do we get?
Ooh. Wow.
45.975. That is your new leader.
Dang.
For round 2, Clay Kaysen.
And he says he doesn't like rain.
That
wow.
little half donut at the end down there. I think he's feeling pretty good about that one.
He was flying. Yeah, he was absolutely just sailing down that hill.
That is the new time to try and beat Travis Cooper, Brandon Davis, Josh Krapinski, and Dylan Dowler.
And those are guys.
The bar has been set.
Yeah, and those guys are definitely going to try to knock him off that podium, but, man, that was flying.
And this is Travis Cooper on the line now.
Let's go, Travis Cooper.
Again, I'm very surprised we haven't seen more people get hung up right there this morning. But what's crazy is so many of the UTV drivers were down here pre-running this morning. I was actually really amazed. And yesterday. They were pre-running yesterday even. Like Clyde is literally putting flags up. They're down here pre-running. And I've also been impressed at how fast guys are going downhill. Some of these guys are absolutely just floating downhill.
Travis Skelton would be proud.
They would. He would.
Come on. Speaking of Travis,
yes.
Travis Cooper, come on down that hill. It's not going to give him a top spot, but that was a good, smooth, fast run. 5.3.049.
53.049, Travis the Bad Camper Cooper.
Oh.
All right, what's Brandon about to do here in Old Candy?
Old Candy. Old Candy. Makes it sound like you're like a really old lady. Would you like some candy? Like, no, that's Old Candy. Man, these guys are just sailing down that downhill section.
This thing drifting that corner looks fun.
Oh, yeah. And we've seen almost everybody. The whole grass there is all shredded just from what everybody's been zinging through it all day.
I mean, he's doing okay. Come on, go. He's going to have a respectable time.
5.2.764 for Mr. Brandon Davis.
5.2.764 for Brandon Davis.
Dylan Dowler sitting in that race line starting gate now.
Next. Double D, the grand
And Dylan is going to wrap things up for us today for the Super Grip UTV Cup. Dylan is, if anyone's going to bump Clay from that top spot, it's going to have to be Dylan right now.
Again, Dylan was one of the guys who was down here early this morning, down here practicing. And he was in his old unlimited car, the big body car, or the race car, versus his full body. And he was, man, zinging around that corner. He got off of that grass. The front end caught the grass a little bit.
And Dylan is third in points coming into the weekend behind Timmy and Clay, but safe to say, that's going to get shaken up a little bit after Timmy's second run today. 47.083.
Wow.
Now, hold on. We had two other 47s. All right, Cooper had a 47.09.
Wow.
And Dylan had a 47.08.
A hundredth of a second.
My goodness.
Wow.
All right. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break to do the full rundown from round 2 for the UTV Cup class.
What you want. No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
All right, guys, we're back with that top 5 rundown from round 2 in the Cup class. Clay Kaysen smoked this course with a 45.9, followed by Dylan Dowler with a 47.08, followed by Cooper Bentley with a 47.09, and then we also had Casey Howell with a 47.4, and Cody Kaysen with a 48.8. So those are your top 5.
Absolutely flying.
Once again, everybody just sticking
Incredible.
so tight in times. It definitely makes it fun to watch out here. We have some trophies to give away. So thank
hardware.
you guys, so much for joining us today on Hillside Live. We'll be back tomorrow again with 3 more classes of racing action. Matt, what time should they check in with us?
We're going to have drivers meet at 9, about 9:30-ish is when we'll kick off the live feed, 9:30, 9:45, somewhere in there.
Eastern time.
Yes, that's Eastern time. Again, make sure you tune in. It'll be a great day of racing action, a lot of fun.
All right, so we'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you guys.